In the vast expanse of this dreary, hostile universe exists a pale blue dot. It is as beautiful as it is insignificant. On this pale blue dot exists our beginning and our end. We play roles in a story that we can never completely know about. We perform our duties, run blindly, and miss the beauties and uniqueness of our transient existence. Everyone, even a small kid, is a part of the rat race without knowing for what they're actually running. It's not the span of our lives, but the connections we make that makes our existence worthwhile. Connections not only with family or society, but with the universe and with the divine. It can be achieved through self realization and self development. That is the only way to make this transient life happy, peaceful, and meaningful. Like many enlightened souls, our beloved Maharaj Swami Someshwarananda has also guided us in this path of self development and achieving inner peace. Namaskar. On behalf of Rudrani, I would like to provide some insight on this path of self realization and self development by translating Maharaj's work Atma Shakti Vikash. The practices which he recommended in his book, if followed thoroughly, would definitely enlighten and enrich our soul and make our existence more meaningful. There are altogether 32 practices which I will present in parts. How to make life meaningful? Before the origin of life on earth, there existed innumerable number of stars, planets, satellites, nebulas and black holes. One day, life will again cease to exist, but these planetary bodies will continue to exist. In this massive universe, how minuscule is the existence of our earth? Even before we took birth in this planet, there existed the essence of life. And even after our death, the rhythm will life will continue to exist. How insignificant is our role on this world stage? How much does it really matter to this world that so many lives are lost every day? Life is so insignificant in this huge background, just like a small bubble within several incidents. No matter how meaningless our life seems, we can make it more meaningful. An insignificant life can be transformed into a new enriched life, as did Buddha, Acharya Shankar, Sri Chaitanya, and many more enlightened souls, and of course, our beloved Swami Vivekananda. We will start with our practice 1. During evening or night, go to your rooftop or balcony or to any park. Sit silently and look at the sky. Look deeply towards the stars, planets, and galaxy. Just imagine how big those small twinkling stars are. Sun is also just like a star. Our Milky Way is just a part of this entire huge universe where crores of stars and planets are present. Just imagine how huge is this entire universe is. When you compare yourself to the universe, don't you feel how small you are? Just like a small grain of sand. The age of the world is almost 350 crores of years. Now look at the stars in the sky. Think, in this endless time chain, how insignificant is our 30 to 50 years life. Before our birth, crores of years have passed. Stone Age, Copper Age, Harappan civilization, and so on. Buddha, Chanakya, Alexander, Shivaji all came and passed, but the wheel of time solemnly moves on. Just feel the expanse of this universe. Try to understand the speed of this never ending flow of history deeply in your mind. Think, think deeply for 10 minutes. Now fill with your heart. Feel the hugeness of the universe and the flow of this endless time. Feel the indefinite. To overcome the limits you have, to touch the indefinite, the ultimate. Try to feel now and then the existence of God. Wherever you are, just try to remain calm for 2 hours and feel the touch of God because He's everywhere. First, imagine that God is touching you in the form of air. Then, touch the handles of the chair in which you are sitting. He is there also. The table, paper, book, wall, door, everywhere. Dog, human, beggar, everywhere and in everything. First imagine and then gradually feel and experience the touch. Now let's move to practice 2. Make a resolution. Today morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. you will pursue everything in a very simple manner. Just think whatever happens is all God's desire. Face any situation, different type of people, everything in a very poised way. You will neither get excited in happiness nor get depressed in sorrow. Whatever the situation is, you remain completely untouched. See everything with a stable mindset and don't judge any situation or any person as good or bad. Endure everything, thinking it to be God's own desire. Practice the same thing tomorrow from 12 noon to 2 pm. Day after tomorrow from 6 pm to 8 pm. Continue for a whole week. If something very difficult comes on your way, just think that God is testing you so that you ultimately grow stronger in the process. God has given you so many things. You are God's own creation, so live like a king. Don't behave like a beggar. Before praying for anything, just find how many things God has already given you. A supercomputer like brain, 2 eyes like expensive colored cameras, excellent stereo system like ears, your hands, fingers for intricate walks, your heart, lungs, and legs. Now see outside. So many things for you: water, air, fire, trees, blue, clear sky, clouds, and so on. Think how much of these resources do you actually use? Maybe maximum 8%? Just think if you use only 2% more, you can do unimaginable work. Practice 3. God has given you so many things. But how much have you given to this society, to the mankind? Make a resolution. Today morning from 10 a.m. to 12, provide a gift to whoever comes in your vicinity. Anyone from your family, friend, colleague, relative, or even a stranger. No, you don't have to give an expensive gift to them. Even a smile is a good gift, or a sweet praise, or just a good news that can make that person happy. Suppose you go to a friend's house. Maybe there is something in his drawing room, like a curtain, flower vase, or color of the room, which deserves a praise. Praise him, and praise even his spouse for that. In office, praise your colleague, your subordinate for his or her good work. Next day, practice the same thing from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then next day from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Continue this for a week, changing the time slot only. If you want a letter from someone, you write first. If you want that someone will talk to you with a smile, then you talk with a loving smile first. After you leave this world, people will remember you for what you have given and not for what you have achieved. How to get happiness in work? When you have to do the same work routinely every day in home or office, it gets monotonous and you no longer enjoy it. When you work for money, fame, or achievements, then the desire to get results might increase the determination to do the work only to some extent. However, when you work for a noble cause, you get inspired to do the work. You can think any work in that way. If you set your goal from only money and fame to a noble cause, you will get inspiration to do the same work. If you change your goal from making money to generation of wealth, then the strength of your mind will definitely increase, and so will your work power. Just think why people who have earned so much of fame, money, and respect also gets lost ultimately. Because their ultimate goal was money and fame, and after achieving that, everything comes to a stop. Go deep into the work and think how you are serving people through your work and helping the society by your work. Keep your mind focused on service. Your work power will increase by itself, and then money and fame will come by itself. It's not the work, but the motive behind the work which actually brings joy in your work. Practice 4. Just think how much you are using your own produce. Not even 1%, because all your products and services are for your customers. How much of your earning do you actually spend on yourself? Only 10 to 12%? Just calculate how many dresses do you buy for yourself throughout the year? How many hours do you watch your TV? How much electricity do you consume? How much do you eat? In total, how much do you spend on yourself? Whatever you save, your PF, your FDR, NSC, etc., all are usually spent on your children's education or marriage. Even when you make your own house, you think for your children's security. In this way, You actually work for others. You earn mainly for others, but you have never been conscious about it. Now think how many people are benefited by the work you do in your workplace. So now let's make a resolution. Today in office from 10 a.m. to 12, you will remain conscious about the fact that your work is actually helping others and also the society as a whole. Next day, do the same thing and continue for 6 days. Just change the timing. Peace comes from a calm mind. You can buy medicine, but not good health. You can buy cozy bed and pillow, but not sleep. You can buy a spacious, nice bungalow, but not a happy family. You can keep skilled engineers in your work organization with good pay, but not sure whether you will get their sincerity or not. You can buy the most expensive painting of the world, but not that feeling to enjoy its beauty. You can buy all the cosmetics with money, but not the beauty. You can marry Miss World, but you can't get love with money. You can even buy the best car, but not people's respect with money. Your different senses can give you pleasure, but not peace. Peace comes from calmness. Only when mind gets calm, you will get peace. Practice 5. Sit on a chair. You can even sit on an easy chair. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Now listen all the sounds coming from your surrounding. Sound of dogs barking, people talking, cars honking, sound of your ceiling fan. Just listen comfortably for 3 minutes. But don't concentrate on them. Second step, your chest is moving up and down with your breaths. Feel the movement of your chest for 3 minutes. If your breath speed up, don't concentrate on them. Just keep on feeling the movement of your chest. Third step, you are breathing in and out from your nose. Feel it. Feel it for 4 minutes. In this way, keep on practicing these 3 steps for 10 minutes. Do it at least twice a day, morning and evening. This will help to calm your mind. We will soon meet again with the other practices.